Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're not talking about one, we're not talking about two, we're talking about three Transformers reveals, which I should have talked about early on, but I just completely forgot. It slipped my mind. Anyways, in today's video, we're going to be talking about images that surfaced online on the Transformers Generations Legacy Bombshell, the Legacy Evolution Prime Universe Dreadwing, and the Studio Series 86 Dying Prowl, which might be part of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee lineup. Let's go ahead and start with Bombshell, which does have a review online, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. And the alt mode does look okay, you know, it's similar to Shrapnel, especially considering the fact that the legs are reused from Shrapnel, but you can see that the chest and the front are very different, as well as the bug legs at the bottom there. They're a little more prominent this time. I love the laser horn, I like the screen chest, even though that does not open, and I love the iconic circles on the side, which look like eyes for the Beetle. Now, this one you do need the secondary guns for, it seems. So much like Shrapnel, where he has the main gun and then he has the two others that can combine over top of it, this one has a similar thing. It has two guns that plug underneath as legs that you have to plug on the side of the gun as extra parts of the weapon, if you want. But yeah, it does have those, and it feels like it's probably best that you do leave them on the arms this time around. But bug mode looks pretty good, with alternate paint work on the legs as well, so it's not just a clear copy of the original Shrapnel. And then there's a look at the robot mode, and I feel like there's enough going on with this that feels like it's distinct enough compared to Shrapnel, and I think the chest and the colors really help with that, because it almost seems like a much brighter, almost like a reddish purple color. Almost, not entirely, just it seems like that, and then the yellow seems to be a much brighter color, but I love the head sculpt that surfaces underneath the little cover there with the horn. That looks pretty good, and then I also like the bug legs sticking out from the shoulders. Yeah, it's just a nice design, and I can't wait to get it because I've got the other two. Anyways, moving on, we also have the Prime Universe Dreadwing. So, to no surprise, this is a repaint of the Skyquake, and for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. It's a lot of dark blue and gray. I would like to see more gold surface on the alt mode, but otherwise, I think it's nice. It also seems to have some dark blue elements to it. You can see that with the wings over top of the sides. But yeah, it's a pretty good alt mode. You can see transparent red, and yeah, I do like this. Take a look at the robot mode. It seems like the front of the gun has changed, which I did notice that on my Skyquake figure, it looked like the front barrel was a separate piece. So that is the only resculpted work done for the Dreadwing, because the head has to be the same. Now, I will say that the red chest I'm not really fond of. I think that's probably a little too much red. And then there's not a lot of paint under the wings. Unlike the Skyquake figure, I would have liked to see more, maybe silver. I think that would be a little too bold to have that completely in gold. But I would like to see more gold accents in the legs especially. I think it's missing out. I don't know, the red in this image looks fine, but some other images, it just really takes over and kind of breaks up the overall flow. So I think that would have been better in maybe transparent gray or yellow. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I kind of feel like the red's just not working for me. And then moving right along, we have the Dying Prowl figure. Now, this is mostly just the Earthrise Prowl, but with a few different things. It seems like the paint job on the side might be different, but you will notice the scratch mark on the front of the bumper, which is similar to the chest where he got shot. And you can also see that there's some rework into the mold, because you can see all these wires and techno details that are being exposed. Another cool thing is that it doesn't seem to use transparent plastic this time around. It seems to be a solid colored plastic, which is one of the complaints people had, that the transparent plastic seemed to be too fragile, so they decided to make that a solid plastic material, so that's good. And he does come with his pistol rifle as well as the sirens that you can plug on top. And then there's robot mode. I kind of like the light blue. It gives it a more classic cartoony vibe to it. And he does seem to have maybe a different head where it's kind of a frowny face and a darker color in the eyes, because, you know, this is probably before he started lighting up on fire, which was kind of demonic. But what I like about this Prowl is if you just take it as a battle damage Prowl, it's fine, you know? If you can't get the Earthrise version of Prowl, which a lot of people have a hard time trying to get, and I don't even have that figure, I think that this might be a good substitute if you don't think of it as Dying Prowl, just Prowl with a burn mark on his chest. So, with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below. Let me know, please. Like, comment, share, subscribe, don't spend doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.